Coming up next on this special Veterans Day edition of Arizona Horizon, hear from a veterans group that face struggles because of their skin color and gender. Learn about an organization that serves homeless veterans and see how pets are helping those returned from war. Those stories next on Arizona Horizon.
Arizona Horizon is made possible by contributions from the Friends of Eight, members of your Arizona PBS station. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to this special Veterans Day edition of Arizona Horizon. I'm Ted Simons. Tonight we highlight a group that doesn't often receive a lot of attention, a group that chose Phoenix to hold its 20th biennial reunion. Producer Christina Estes and photographer Scott Olson have the story.
These women represent hundreds of years of military service.
I'm Susie. SDE. I'm Maddie.
They're members of the National Association of Black Military Women. Retired Army Colonel Stephanie Dawson is their leader.
One of the key missions of NABMW is to make sure that her story is told to round out his story.
That's my sister.
Like her sister, Dr. Doris Allen enlisted in the Army after graduating from college. This three-time Bronze Star recipient and member of the Military Intelligence Hall of Fame was motivated by her brother's World War II experience.
He was shell-shocked, just like PTSD now. It's the same thing. But I saw that. I didn't recognize it, of course. And I asked him, well, what happened? And he was telling me what happened. He got a Purple Heart anyway. And I said, I'm going to get him for that.
She served 3 years in Vietnam as a POW interrogator and intelligence analyst.
I was there for 10 combat campaigns. I drank every day. At least I didn't smoke pot. At least I didn't use drugs, other drugs. But I drank every day. And that was a release. Many people drank in Vietnam. Many came home still alcoholics and drug addicts. And I thank God every day that I'm alive and well.
Gratitude is on display at the group's reunion. Tables are covered with poster boards that highlight servicewomen with a special focus on the World War II generation.
And I remember seeing her.
Major Charity Adams was the first African-American woman to be an officer in the Women's Army Auxiliary Corps, later renamed the Women's Army Corps. Adams commanded the Army's Central Postal Directory Battalion. Known as 6888, it was the only battalion of black women to serve overseas during World War II.
They worked in England and in France.
Before Adams made history in Europe, she endured racism at home. In the early 1940s, Adams was among nearly 40 black women in the Corps' first training class held in Des Moines, Iowa. That's also where Azalea Oliver attended basic training.
And it was interesting. We lived in a hotel. The blacks lived on the top 3 floors and the whites lived on the lower 3 floors. They did everything first and we did everything later.
It didn't get any better after Oliver was sent to Fort Riley, Kansas. After a crash course in nursing, they had to care for soldiers who didn't care for them. Oliver says when a member of the Women's Army Corps known as WAC would complain, the captain would march them down to the commander's office.
The commandant was from Texas and he hated black people. And he used to say, here comes them GD in wax to complain. And it got to be a joke with us. We could laugh at that. But it also made a point because eventually we went down there so often that he put out a memorandum to the entire hospital that the next soldier who called a whack out of her name could go home dead or alive. He didn't care, but he wasn't having to put up with us anymore.
It doesn't really make me mad. It makes me appreciate even more what they overcame.
Whenever they show pictures of the past, what the country has done or what a group has done, they always leave us out. But yet we're expected to perform willingly with smiles on our faces.
Right now, I'm 80 years old, and if it were possible, I'd still be in the military.
Sammy Clay enlisted in the Air Force at the age of 18 and served during the Vietnam and Korean Wars.
It teaches young people, it teaches discipline, it teaches a degree of respect, it teaches, it teaches all the things that I don't think they're learning right now.
Recognizing the past was the goal of 20 women who gathered at a Virginia home in 1976. It marked the start of the National Association of Black Military Women.
Thank you.
The group has grown to 6 chapters with members in 28 states.
This is my youngest daughter.
They hold reunions every 2 years to remember the good and bad.
We did it all.
And to cherish the present.
Life is okay. The war was then, but I live it every day. At night, I dream. I still dream. I still have the startle effect. I still have all of those things that make you feel stupid sometimes when you get startled or whatever, and people look at you and have to tell them, hey, I have PTSD. So, but that's all right. I'm fine. But when you've done your job well, and I think all of us feel that way, we did our job well, and we have nothing more to prove.
A 2011 study by the Pew Research Center found that black women enlist at far higher rates than white or Hispanic women, and that they represent nearly 1/3 of all women in the military. You can learn more about the National Association of Black Military Women at nabmw.com.
Expand your horizon with the Arizona Horizon website. To get there, go to azpbs.org. Click on the Arizona Horizon tab at the top of the screen. Once there, you can access many features to help you make a more informed viewer. Watch interviews by clicking on the video button, or scroll down to the bottom of the page for the most recent segments. You can also find out what's on Arizona Horizon for the coming week. If you would like an RSS feed, a podcast, or want to buy a video, that's all on the website too. Want to learn about specific topics like immigration or the legislature? You can visit our special web sections. There's also a page for educators. Show your support for Arizona Horizon at azpbs.org/Arizona Horizon.
It's no secret that those who fought for our country sometimes end up on the streets, but many local homeless veterans are finding help at the Justice Center in Phoenix. Here to tell us more is Barbara Lukowitz, Executive Director of the Justice Center. Welcome to Arizona Horizon. Good to have you here. What is the Justice Center?
Justice Center is a day resource center for homeless seniors over 55. And what we do is we try to give people dignity and respect to help them on the path of coming from the streets or from a shelter and moving them into a home, either an apartment, assisted living, or some of them sometimes go to hospice.
As far as those who show up at Justice Center, how many are veterans, do you think?
About 60% of the people we serve are veterans, both men and women, and we specifically have a veterans advocate on staff to help them with getting their earned benefits. Sometimes their proof of their service has been lost in a fire, or they haven't been able to unearth it. They haven't accessed the VA in a while. So our role is to really put people on the path, to put them in, to have them access their earned benefits, and then move them along with other training and other activities so they can move off of the streets and into a home.
So it's not really a homeless shelter. You mentioned a day resource center where folks can go and get the information, the help they need.
That's correct. Most of the people who are visiting Justice Center, they're either sleeping at a shelter, either at Watkins or at Cass, or they're on the streets.
In terms of securing housing, in terms of securing employment, What does Justice Center do? How do you, someone comes in, they're a veteran, Vietnam veteran, let's say, and no house, no employment, need help, willing to get that help. What do you do? How do you deal with them?
The first thing we do is to, legitimize and help them get their documents. A lot of times, if they've been on the streets for a while, they don't have their birth certificate, they don't have a driver's license, they don't have any type of ID. We try to put them in, maybe they don't have access. And so what happens is, oftentimes when somebody is homeless, that not only gives them kind of an offset in their general health, but it gives you an offset sometime in your emotional health too. And so Justice Center is a very warm place to be. People come in, they know that someone is there to help them. So the Veterans Advocate and the resource specialists help them to get their benefits, and once they get the benefits, then we can try to get them some earned income, and once that earned income is able to be accessed, then they can move into an apartment.
And I would imagine just something as simple as access to a telephone, access to a computer.
Correct.
It's got to be pretty important.
Correct. We have computers available for our members. We call them members instead of clients, by the way. The computers are available for the members. Phones are available. We have 3 resource specialists, a veterans advocate, an MSW. We have also some spiritual guidance, and we have a housing specialist. So it's a very intensive staff. Everyone is around the Day Resource Center and helping people. We give them help with their Social Security and also with their DES benefits. So it's a constant program of, if you're willing to try to do something about your situation and want to get off the streets, we are helping you do that.
I was going to say, how can Justice Center help address the causes of homelessness? It sounds to me like there has to be a little bit of gumption and a little bit of interest in getting my life better. What about those who haven't quite gotten to that level yet?
I think that what Justice Center offers, which is very important, is really the warmth of a family. If you have 130 people coming in every day, and the first thing that happens is you walk up and somebody says hello to you by name. Would you like a cup of coffee? Would you like to take a shower? The simple things, would you like a hygiene kit for when you go out on the street again? The simple things in life like that, of really being able to touch the people and show them some dignity, is very important for them to say, all right, I know someone cares about me, and I'm going to see what I can do to help myself.
Do you notice a difference between veteran members that go to Justice Center as opposed to those who had not served in the military?
Yeah, I would say that the veteran members have more of a tendency to have some emotional difficulties and challenges. Sometimes it's from being in the service and seeing what they've seen. Also, sometimes some of the Vietnam veterans, they feel a little bit of disrespect about their service during that time of and that particular war. But the most important thing is, no one who served our country should really ever lack for a benefit or for a home. And it's sort of a shame that we're not treating them with the respect that they deserve. And so we're especially sensitive to veterans.
Indeed, and it sounds like these are people that have few resources, few friends, few family members, and have real medical issues and other concerns and challenges.
They do. We have a nurse on staff also. She's obviously not able to prescribe medications, but she can take care of some of the basic things that happen to people on the street, ulcers. Also, there's some long-term health problems that some of the veterans have, not just PTSD, but maybe a nutritional deficiency, or some of them might develop Parkinson's or some other neurological diseases from something they might have been exposed to.
As far as the Justice Center is concerned, I know you have the Best for Vets event.
We do.
What's that all about?
We do. Bets for Vets is specifically to help us be able to help our homeless veterans. It's a night of a food culinary challenge. We have 12 of the senior communities from around the valley vying to be named the best culinary food presented at that event. We have 3 celebrity chefs judging the food. For $40, somebody can come and enjoy a whole night of casino gambling, free food, free drinks, and really know that they're helping homeless veterans.
Indeed, and helping Justice Center.
Correct.
As far as biggest need at the center? What do you got?
The biggest need at the center is really donations, and that's because we take no city, state, or federal monies, and so 88% of what we raise is really from individuals or from people who are faith communities that are helping us out.
So as far as the Best for Vets event, which would benefit Justice Center and help you take care of some of these veterans now, when is it? Where is it?
It's on November 20th. It's at the Ability 360 Center. That's at 5025 East Washington.
And that's close to the Stockyards restaurant, I think.
is.
Isn't that the idea?
Pretty close.
Right there near Washington. Well, it sounds like you're doing great work over there, and we've got about 20 seconds left. Have the needs changed over the years, do you think?
Yes, I think especially there's a bigger gap now for seniors who are homeless. The largest growing population in the United States really are as baby boomers age and become older. And there's a gap that most people don't reach. They're not at 62. So before you get your benefits at 62 or 65, for those people who are kind of at a lower age of that, they're missing out, and we need to help them. They're falling through the gaps.
Well, you're doing great work. Thank you so
you.
much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
When London Bridge was completed in 1831, the automobile didn't even exist. By 1968, it may not have been falling down, but the bridge was sinking under the crush of modern traffic. So the city of London decided to sell it to a developer in Arizona. Just off of State Route 95 in Lake Havasu City is a plaque memorializing the dedication and reopening of the bridge in October 1971. The two-day gala included an elaborate dinner attended by 800 people, including then Arizona Governor Jack Williams and Sir Peter Studd, Lord Mayor of London. Behind the fireworks and go-go girls was over 3 years of risk-taking and hard work. It was the dream of C.V. Wood and Robert McCulloch, who were developing the fledgling town. The bridge was purchased for over $2 million. The 22 million ton structure was dismantled, each stone numbered, and shipped 10,000 miles to Long Beach, California, and then trucked to Lake Havasu's Colorado riverbank. It took 40 workers 3 years to reconstruct the bridge. The original 19th century construction crew of 800 took 7 years, and 40 laborers died. The bridge survived the German Blitz of London during World War II. Its light poles are made from cannons seized from Napoleon's army at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. The metal melted down and forged into lamps. Today, the London Bridge attracts over 1.5 million sun-seeking visitors a year, exceeded only by the Grand Canyon.
We wrap up our Veterans Day special with an effort to help veterans suffering from mental wounds. Arizona is home to more than 500,000 veterans, including 150,000 who served in Iraq and Afghanistan. Transitioning from military to civilian life can be difficult, especially for those dealing with medical issues. Producer Christina Estes and photographer Steve Aaron show us how an Arizona veterinarian came up with a plan to help.
16-month-old Lucky is like most puppies,
He is just full of energy.
and he loves toys stuffed with peanut butter.
Good boy.
It's never easy to separate a dog from his treat, but in Lucky's case,
Once you put on the vest, once you put on the collar, he knows he's going to work.
Work means protecting a man who spent a decade protecting others.
I did 5 tours to Iraq. In 2007, I was hit with an improvised explosive device, IED, and sustained injuries, from head injuries to knee injuries.
After years of surgeries and therapy, Staff Sergeant Jason Badori medically retired.
I had a disconnect. I didn't know what to do.
A bad knee was the most visible scar, while the post-traumatic stress and brain injury stayed mostly hidden, except from Jason's family.
I always had to have my wife with me. I don't go to the grocery store. I don't go, I hate traffic, so I take the same routes that I know won't have traffic.
Jason was fortunate his wife understood better than most. She also served in Iraq. That's where they met.
My wife does do a lot, spends a lot of her time taking care of me, so it's like she's taking care of 2 kids, my daughter and myself.
Until Lucky came along. Someone discovered the lab mix in a dumpster and took him to a shelter where Jason adopted him.
Through Soldier's Best Friend, he was able to help me, I guess, come out of my shell.
Soldier's Best Friend is a nonprofit that pairs veterans suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder or traumatic brain injuries with dogs to be trained as service or therapeutic companion animals.
Come.
Jason and Lucky are halfway through the program. They meet with a professional trainer once a week and join other veterans and dogs for public outings, visits to stores, restaurants, and the airport. Lucky's biggest job is to help calm Jason, especially during nightmares.
He's there so I know that it's okay. If I wake up from a dream or if I'm acting out the dream, he'll wake me up. He'll interrupt me, whether it's with his me wanting to pet him or him just rubbing his body against me. Brings comfort.
He's not going anywhere unless I'm going with him.
After months of training, former Army Sergeant Mac Piper and his dog Cal recently graduated from the program.
It makes me really happy and proud because I was able to teach him how to do it and make him understand that he needed to do it, and it makes me feel safe because he's a good judge of character.
While serving 3 tours in Iraq, Mac endured multiple traumatic brain injuries. He was also diagnosed with PTSD, and then just 4 months after leaving the military, Mac was hit while riding his motorcycle. The driver took off, leaving his bleeding, broken body on the street and stealing much of his eyesight.
It's called bitemporal peripheral vision loss, and basically it means that on my right eye, I can't see anything from basically the middle of my eye out, and on the left side, the same thing, but from the left side.
The brain injuries make it hard for Mac to concentrate and recall things.
I'll ask my fiance what's going on for today, and she'll tell me, and then 5 minutes later I'll be like, so what are we doing today? Because I don't remember it. I don't remember asking her.
And then there are the angry outbursts.
After my accident, they got to the point where I would roll down the window and start screaming at people that were not driving the way I thought they should be, or, you know, walking down the middle of the parking lot when we're trying to drive through the parking lot, and things like that. And I actually had to have Krista explain to me, you know, we live in a state where people carry guns, and they might not just shoot me, they might shoot her too. And that really made me want to get some help and you know, make myself better.
Cal is always there to calm Mac and to watch his back.
We'll stop somewhere at the grocery store. I'll be looking at a shelf or something like that, and he'll automatically turn and face back and be watching the people that are walking by and making sure that people aren't coming up behind me and doing anything crazy.
The idea for Soldier's Best Friend came from veterinarian John Burnham.
Well, I wanted to help military, and I also wanted to help with our overpopulation of pets.
About half the dogs come from shelters and rescue groups. The program has graduated more than 50 pairs, but it's touched many more lives.
Just the other night, we had a graduation, and I had a mother that has been the caretaker of this veteran, and she put her arms around me and hugged me and thanked me because now she can sleep in because her daughter can take her kids to school now, to where before, mom always had to do that because the daughter was not willing to leave home. So those are the kind of stories we hear on a regular basis.
Let's go. Come on. If it wasn't for him, I don't know that I wouldn't have been shot at already.
Good boy. I didn't know how to thank him. It's amazing.
Sounds like Soldier's best friend has more than one lucky guy.
Yeah.
Soldier's Best Friend offers training in Phoenix, Prescott, Tucson, and Sierra Vista at no cost to veterans, thanks to volunteers and donations. For more information, visit soldiersbestfriend.org. Thursday on Arizona Horizon, we'll look at the latest in foreign affairs with former NATO Ambassador Kurt Volker. That's at 5:30 and 10 on the next Arizona Horizon. That is it for now. I'm Ted Simons. Thank you so much for joining us on this special Veterans Day edition of Arizona Horizon. You have a great evening.
Arizona Horizon is made possible by contributions from the Friends of Eight, members of your Arizona PBS station. Thank you.